and slaughtered.
Now I am become death, destroyer of worlds.
Minus 1 minute. Put on your goggles. Observers without goggles must face away from the blast.
One plane, one bomb, one city. One plane, one bomb, one city. One plane, one bomb, one city. One plane, one bomb, one city.
Fallout from atomic explosions. Every nuclear or thermonuclear bomb throws into the air a large cloud of radioactive particles. These man-made radioisotopes remain aloft for varying periods of time, but most of them eventually return to Earth. It is this return which is known as fallout. Minus 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now I am become death, destroyer of worlds. Now I am become death, destroyer of worlds. One plane, one bomb, one city. One plane, one bomb, one city. One plane, one bomb, one city. One plane, one bomb, one city.
Fallout from atomic explosions. Every nuclear or thermonuclear bomb throws into the air a large cloud of radioactive particles. These man-made radioisotopes remain aloft for varying periods of time, but most of them eventually return to Earth. It is this return which is known as fallout. Minus 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Animals could be bred and slaughtered.
Ladies and gentlemen, wanderers of the desert highways and seekers of the peculiar, welcome to a place where reality bends like the rusty signposts of forgotten Americana. Nestled along the faded ribbons of Route 66 in a landscape marred by atomic whispers, we invite you to the Atomic Shaman Sweat Lodge, a refuge from the eccentricities of the road, and perhaps a gateway to realms unseen. Picture it, a motel and RV park, rising like an oasis from the dust-choked trails of the Mojave. Here, under the flickering neon of our vintage sign, adventurers and wayfarers from every corner of this odd world converge. Amidst the cacti and Joshua trees, our grounds hum with a mystique that only a land scorched by nuclear fever can possess. Step into our realm, where time echoes the distant rumbles of atomic tests, and the spirits of old Route 66 still whisper their tales. Our Sweat Lodge, a centerpiece of our peculiar establishment, promises a journey beyond the mundane. Within its sacred confines, bathed in the warmth of ancient stones, you may find revelations, or simply respite from the ceaseless road. So, fellow travelers, If you're seeking a break from the relentless sun, a glimpse into the curious mysteries of the desert, or merely a haven amidst the fallout of modernity, the Atomic Shaman Sweat Lodge beckons. Embrace the allure of the unknown. Join us as we navigate the surreal corridors of this radioactive expanse along America's Mother Road. Here, at our crossroads of past and future, let the adventure begin anew.
So today is Saturday, February 28th, 2026. Had we'd been not interfered with supernatural powers delaying our show. So it's Shabbat Zakur, the Shabbat immediately preceding Purim. So it's known as Shabbat of Remembrance because of the attack of Amalek, the ancestor of Haman. So Iran is under attack during Purim, the Jewish holiday celebrating the massacre of 75,000 Persians. The attack started on the 11th day of the 9th month of the Muslim calendar, so this is like 9/11, but for the Muslims. Purim coincides with a blood moon that peaks at 3:33 a.m. on March the 3rd, which is 3-3 for those who pay attention to the numbers. We are 33 days away from Easter and 303 days until the end of the year. So I guess we're at war with Iran to defend the people behind Jeffrey Epstein's child trafficking blackmail network and cannibalistic outfit. There was some talk about a restaurant or something where they found human remains being butchered in Phoenix, Arizona, of all places. And I have to wonder if this was tied to the cartel Next Generation Jalisco, because they were known to practice cannibalism, and we've covered this in a past episode. Allegedly, El Menjo was supposedly to be captured, but he wasn't the real target of the raid. They were after his laptop that had a list of clients that wanted human flesh for cannibalistic needs, a claim that it was triple encrypted and the NSA broke the encryption in 12 hours. And know who his clients are now. The footage of cartel people go nuts and attacking civilians, military, and law enforcement has been wild. I saw a clip of guys going to a grocery store and just tossing grenades around randomly. Mexico is now a PvP server, and people are reenacting the scenes on Grand Theft Auto, like RP servers. They supposedly were able to capture El Mencho through his woman, who was an OnlyFans model that took a $15 million bribe to sell him out.
Hijo de la chingada.
Hoes aren't loyal.
Fucking women.
So one of television's most iconic series, put this up on the screen for everybody to see, is officially gearing up for a new chapter. So Hulu has greenlit the pilot for Ryan Coogler's highly anticipated reboot of The X-Files.
Oh, no.
Yes. The project that first gained momentum in 2023 when original creator Chris Carter revealed Coogler's version of a more diverse iteration of this series. So what's this about? So the plot details remain under wraps, and the official log line for the X-Files reboot confirms a fresh start. Two highly decorated but vastly different FBI agents from an unlikely bond that they are assigned into a long-shuttered division devoted cases involving unexplained phenomenon. So the new chapter follows in the footsteps of the 1990s cultural phenomenon that defied sci-fi television. The original series, which launched the career of Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny, followed Dana Scully and Fox Mulder through this 9 seasons in 1993 to 2002 of paranormal investigations of deep state conspiracies. The Anderson and Duchovny followed agents. Franchise legacy included 2 feature films, The X-Files in 1998 and The X-Files I Want to Believe in 2008, as well as a 2-season revival between 2016 and 18. I don't know why they didn't keep it going, man. Stuff was great, man.
I haven't seen the new one.
It was good.
Looking at the new actors right here, instead of Mulder and Scully, it's Murder and Stolen.
Well, it's definitely ginger erasure, but so they're saying who is developing Coogler's X-File reboot? Well, this is Jennifer Yell, the Copenhagen Test, and Your Friends and Neighbors, the serving as showrunner executive producer. She joins an executive producing team that includes Carter Coogler, the Proximity Media Partners, Sev Ohanian, And Zizi Kugler. So Simon Harris is serving as a co-executive producer. Oscar-nominated Francine Meisler of Sinners and the studio and Dune franchise is handling the casting. Oh God, let's hope Zendaya is not
Oh
in it.
no.
Deadline reports that Kugler accelerated development once he completed Sinners. The reboot has now come from the Onyx Collective 20th television and falls under Kugler's overall television deal with Disney. So, who is the cast of the X-Files? Well, it says Dead Viler is currently the only confirmed cast member. Neither Anderson nor Duchovny has been confirmed of return. According to Deadline, Kugler has spoken with Anderson about the project, but no returning cast members have been announced yet. Where details are expected as production moves forward. So people are calling this the Malcolm X Files. And of course, someone on Twitter made the theme song being played from a smoke detector. And well, you guys just heard it earlier. I think if we go the blaxploitation route instead of the sci-fi drama, this could work out. So that's right. Shitting like black pill over this one. You know, this could be salvaged. The reboot happened during the Reagan administration, and the new Mulder and Scully are like investigating the CIA distributing crack in the inner cities, or aliens that are abducting Africans because the return of the Anunnaki means that they're needed to mine gold to repair Nibiru's atmosphere once again, or maybe they venture to the Hollow Earth and encounter Yakub, creating white people. And I see this as a possibility to be okay to watch. You know, and maybe the guy who plays Uncle Ruckus could play Yakub, and it'd be amazing.
There's powerful niggardry at work here.
So a racehorse named Jay's on Fire tested positive for methamphetamines after finishing second in a race at the American Quarter Horse Association Racing Challenge last fall, resulting in the suspension of its trainer, Michael Joyner. The New Mexico Racing Commission, Billy Blackburn, Joyner's attorney, said the New Mexico Racing Commission suspended him immediately without a hearing. Jay's on Fire tested positive for 0.485 nanograms of methamphetamine. Doctors described as very, very small and visible to see with the naked eye. And we had to prove that we needed restraining order in front of the judge yesterday. She ruled in our favor and now is able to go back to racing until his disciplinary hearing in New Mexico. So according to Ishmael Trejo, the commission is waiting on a second test sample to come back from the lab, and after that, the commission will determine whether or not his license will be suspended or not. He cites environmental contamination as the reason why the horse had meth in its system, saying this happens when anyone is using meth around the animal, according to his attorney. And he's been a horse trainer since 1979, and he's faced suspension back in 1981. So they're blaming it on homeless people giving the meth to horses. And I really don't see meth. Meth heads being like generous and giving it to animals. That's just kind of really
No, not at all.
We don't like to use a lot of naughty words. I'll just say the word ninja. I think you know what word that refers to.
So Saturday, Chester, a cinnamon capuchin monkey, entered the Trade Center pawn shop through a small pet door and romped inside, captured on security footage. Authorities say Chester is believed to have stolen from an Alabama farm and transported to Morriston area, was sold. The officials are calling it a crime of opportunity. Inside the shop, Chester turned on water faucets at 4 sinks, causing overflow and damaged food and office supplies. There was bags of potato chips busted. Authorities captured Chester, and Animal Control said the monkey is now back with the rightful owner, while the Trade Center pawn shop is now cleaning up and returning back to normal operations. Just 6 days into 2026, the incident highlights animal crime and raises questions about motives and type, pawn shop security investigators noted. So, a hospital in France had an unusual patient. People were evacuated after he was arrived with the World War II artillery shell lodged in his backside. According to the Bumshell report, the named 24-year-old had been rushed to the Rongier Accident and Emergency Unit in Toulouse late Saturday night, the Daily Mail reported. The poor fellow was in a state of extreme discomfort, having inserted a large object up his ass. Surgeons conducted emergency surgery, during which they discovered the shocking source of his pain. It was a live 8-inch bombshell from 1918 that had been lodged inside him. Fearing a potential fire in the hole in the hospital, medical personnel alerted the bomb squad and the fire brigade and evacuated the facility.
Wait. So is it like a live bomb from 1982, or has it been up there since 1982?
No, it's a live round. It hasn't been there since 1918. I think he would have been treated earlier. Meanwhile, security perimeter was formed around the medical center, and authorities investigated the explosive situation. Fortunately, the retro munition, which also pointed over an inch wide, was not deemed a threat. Bomb disposal experts took the shell with them, and while the patient, a French national, remained at the hospital so he could recover from surgery, it was unclear how the antique ordnance ended up in the man's posterior, but experts suspected the combustible could have been a result of a party stunt gun awry. I don't think people do this at parties.
Of course, he's fucking French too. God damn.
However, France's La Dépêche newspaper wrote that medical staff were accustomed to treating victims injured during sexual games. Oh, God. The shell-shocked patient is expected to be interviewed by authorities later this week.
Shell-shock. Okay, good job.
Are considering taking legal action against him for handling a Category A munitions.
Are you gay, sir?
So
are you
no
gay?
problem with his his sodomy induced by himself. They're more concerned about him using explosives.
This puts a whole new meaning to a blow a load into someone.
What? That's pretty good.
So shells such as this one found in the man's bum were used during the First World War by the Imperial German Army. Oh, geez. He would have surrendered to him. Weich deployed hundreds of thousands against the British and French armies across the Western Front in 1914 and 1918. The explosives, which are date-stamped, regularly turn up during the Iron Harvest, which is an annual collection of often unexploded munitions from both world wars, which are found on farmland during building sites and often disrupted the land. We should probably Google or ask AI how often are people sticking artillery shells up their asses in Europe, because it seems to be a European thing, and I think we've reported on several stories similar to this in the past.
Yep, that's pretty gay. That's pretty gay of you.
So on Thursday, U.S. President Donald Trump announced the social media platform Truth Social that he would direct the Department of Defense and other federal agencies to begin the process of identifying and releasing government files related to alien and extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomenon, which are known as UAPs, and unidentified flying objects, which are UFOs. And any other information connected to these highly complex but extremely interesting and important matters. The directive came from a podcast interview last week, which former President Barack Obama said he believed aliens were real, but that he hadn't seen evidence of them during his presidency. So speaking of reporters on board Air Force One Thursday, Trump criticized Obama's remarks, alleging the former president's comment had disclosed classified information. Trump himself had previously faced this charge of improper handling of classified materials, and his declassification order, the current president said that they may get Obama out of trouble, but Sean Kirkpatrick, who served the first director of the Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Research Office, from 2022 to 2023, tells Scientific American that Obama said nothing classified, and in fact, nothing that hasn't been said in many form, including a congressman testimony. So Trump's announcement also comes on the hot heels of contentious release orders. Other documents of vast were a heavily redacted database of materials derived from federal investigations into disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein, with whom Trump and many other powerful world figures have been associated with. He didn't say which government files will be declassified or which will be made public, rather to signal at the start the process will begin. And officials will review related documents and other evidence of potential disclosure. Review, declassification, and eventual release of any materials that could not take weeks, months, or even years. He also expects the release will contain no new revelations. While acknowledged that she lacks access to classified information, astrophysicist Bianca said the timing convinces me that this is just but a move to distract from people in the United States from multiple ongoing political and societal crisis, failure of administration. Well, with that going on and, World War III starting, it's only a matter of time before they kick up, Project Bluebeam and fake alien invasion. That's what it is. If they release anything, I'm expecting a whole bunch of redacted files. I doubt we're really going to find out what really happened. So, in a bizarre story out of Britain, a woman claims that she had fallen in love with an alien from the Andromeda Galaxy after the ET had abducted her. Actress Abby Bella's remarkable romance reportedly started when she lamented online about her lackluster love life, particularly her problems with men from Earth, which led her to joke that perhaps she'd have better luck dating aliens. Shortly thereafter, she began having recurring dreams of a white light. These mysterious experiences culminating with one magical evening where she believes that she met the soulmate from outer space. And having been instructed by a voice in her dream to wait until the usual spot, The following night, she sat perched by her window, and suddenly a flying saucer appeared outside. The actress quickly transported to the craft by the wing of a green beam. While aboard the craft, that she said that she encountered 5 extraterrestrials who were very tall and slender. I hope she wasn't sitting on a couch while they were behind her. But yet also appeared somewhat human, according to Bella. She immediately felt smitten with one particular ET, and to her surprise, the alien was overtaken by love at first sight when they first contacted. She appeared so enamored with the actress that she offered the opportunity to remain on the ship and pursue the unorthodox relationship. She was fearful of being forced to leave Earth forever, so she opted to return home. Alas, like a Shakespearean play, the last of her would-be interstellar paramour, though she had not given up hope that they will meet again and keep an overnight bag packed for when the alien returns. And she means that I hope he comes back, and I'm willing to visit the Andromeda Galaxy. There was another old story where, in the annals of bizarre crime stories, even Cormac McCarthy couldn't come up with one this bizarre. So this is some sort of, guess where I put my gun, honey. So it turned ugly when 48-year-old Jennifer McCarthy of New Mexico, not that Jennifer McCarthy, she pulled a firearm out of her vagina. Guess where else would he be? And pointed at her boyfriend's head over the dispute over aliens when it got a little too heated. So, according to the Albuquerque Journal, McCarthy reportedly stormed out during a fight over extraterrestrial life, in which her unnamed boyfriend then returned with a plan for vengeance. The police report describes how she went to her bedroom dressed up in lingerie and then put the gun in a place where no guns should go, and somehow performed an unexpected sex act with the gun inside of her. Naturally, that was just a prelude to pulling the gun out, pointing it at her boyfriend, and asking the presumably rhetorical question, who is crazy, you or me? The anonymous boyfriend took the gun away and dropped it in the toilet. And then when she came to take it back, so he just threw it in the trash. Does this still make sense to anybody? So if there was enough, the story goes off the police blotter and the smoking gun into the inboxes of office workers everywhere. There's a little more trivial tidbit to add. McCarthy is one of the most recent ex-wife of celebrated author Cormac McCarthy, who's presumably never written a book where the character uses a vagina for a holster.
Do we know the caliber of the gun? Like what it
I'm
is?
assuming a Dillinger because I doubt it was like a desert.
It's just got a magnum up there.
Right. So, what can you tell us about Five Nights at Freddy's, Luffy?
It's just in general, I don't know who the creator's name is, but like apparently like the dude's like Christian guy, and from the like all gameplay I've seen, it's just basically you're sitting in a room, you're flipping between screens to stop like these like mechanical things from like coming in and grabbing you up, and apparently it originated from a true tale of like someone like the serial killer using like I don't know if he like hid in like the animatronics, but like
we'll get into
yeah,
that later.
okay, but yeah, but like I've never played a Five Nights at Freddy's game, but like
No.
just looking at
I never got into
it looks as appealing as like Eve Online spreadsheet game.
Yeah, and kids love it, and I think they made a sequel and they made a movie, but the movie's plot's
They made
different than
quite
the
a
game.
few sequels.
Oh, so there's more than two?
Oh, there's a lot more than two. I know that.
I mean, I know we're not going to get into the futa porn that Jeffrey Epstein downloaded, but
What?
yeah, that was released. They said that he had downloaded Five Nights at Freddy's futa porn.
Yeah, he was into Fuda.
Oh, you know what? I'm not surprised.
Besides Yuri, that was like his other favorite genre.
The man was frequent on 4chan, so obviously he was into Fuda.
But anyway, to understand Freddy's, we gotta go back. So the creator behind Atari and Showbiz Pizza is Nolan Bushnell. He's a pioneering entrepreneur who shaped both video game industry and modern family entertainment. So in 1972, he co-founded Atari and helped spark the commercial video game revolution. Atari's arcade game Pong became a cultural phenomenon, proving that video games could be mass-marketed business. Atari brought gaming into the living rooms of the early consoles, laying the groundwork for today's industry. Bushnell encouraged creative risk-taking, famously mentoring young engineers like Steve Jobs for a brief period. Bushnell didn't stop at games. In 1980, he founded Showbiz Pizza Place, a family restaurant centered around video games and anthropomorphic shows. And so he had this band called the Rockafire Explosion, which was Showbiz animatronic band, which became iconic for his elaborate performances. Showbiz later merged with Chuck E. Cheese, which was another creation of his, and he combined the brand, eventually kept Chuck E. Cheese name, and got rid of Showbiz. But it's like a great idea. You create this family entertainment place, and then you showcase all your arcade games there. So it's like a 2-for-1 thing. You got your games there that you make, and then people are paying to play them, and then you got this location for them to like to encourage people doing this stuff. So his unifying vision was interactive entertainment, make technology playful and accessible, blend games, food, and social spaces, turn passive audience into active participants. This philosophy influenced not just arcade and pizza chains, but also later in theme parks and immersive media and tech-driven entertainment. So he was born in February 5th, 1943. He was at the University of Utah, majored in engineering. He also, was known for inventing the entire entertainment categories, not just products. So, was he in competition with himself? Yes, for a little bit, but not intentionally. So, longer answer is just more complicated than self competition. So, when he created Chuck E. Cheese first in 1977 under the company called Pizza Time Theater, the idea was to sell Atari games in a kid-friendly restaurant. Chuck E. Cheese was essentially a living showroom for our, the Atari machine. The problem was that Pizza Time Theater expanded too fast. It took on a heavy debt and was hit by the 1983 video game crash. So it filed for bankruptcy in 1984, which he lost control of the company. Now here comes Showbiz Pizza, the competitor. And while he was out of Chuck E. Cheese, Showbiz Pizza Place was operating separately. So then it featured more advanced animatronics with the Rockafire Explosion Band. It was ran by a different owner, not Bushnell. But at this point, Showbiz and Chuck E. Cheese were direct competitors, and Bushnell only controlled neither of them or indirectly influenced one. So he was not intentionally competing against himself. The twist was Showbiz Pizza buys Chuck E. Cheese in 1985. And then Showbiz Pizza Time Incorporated bought the bankrupt Chuck E. Cheese, gradually rebanded all of Showbiz locations into Chuck E. Cheese. Now, why did they keep the Chuck E. Cheese name? Well, they found out that kids connected more strongly with Chuck E. Cheese as a character than the other characters. So they tested the brand better with than Showbiz. So by the early 1990s, Showbiz Pizza was gone and the brand Chuck E. Cheese became the unified chain. So the irony was that he invented Chuck E. Cheese, lost it in bankruptcy, and then a rival absorbed it, but under new ownership and direction. So this is like a classic case of founder vision versus financial control, one of the most ironic constellations in entertainment history.
Hell yeah!
So the Rockafire Explosion Band was removed for a mix of branding, business control costs, and cultural shifts, not because kids disliked it, but because it was just very popular and it didn't unify the brand after the merger. So when Showbiz Pizza Place absorbed it, the company had a problem. They had two competing mascots and two different universes. So it's like two different styles of animatronics. The Chuck E. Cheese tested much stronger with the youth, of course. And so they decided one brand, one mascot into the story. But the Rockafire didn't fit the Chuck E. Cheese identity, so they had to get rid of them, even though they were the superior animatronics. So the Rockafire characters were not owned by the restaurant chains. They were owned by Creative Engineering, ran by Aaron Fetcher. So this meant licensing fees, limited creative control, and depending on outside company for repairs and updates. So the Chuck E. Cheese characters were all fully owned in-house. So this is cost versus maintenance kind of thing. Rockafire was technically impressive, but expensive to maintain. Complex pneumatics, frequently mechanical failures, and high labor costs maintained the synchronized shows. So its stores expanded nationwide. Management wanted standardized stages, lower operating costs, and faster rollout to locations. So the Rockafire just didn't scale well. Cultural shift happened in the late 80s and the early 90s. Change of taste of what kids wanted. Kids wanted more simpler cartoon-like characters. Parents found the Rockafire increasingly creepy or just dated, technological-wise. The band's satirical vaudeville tone aged poorly. Chuck E. Cheese newer shows felt friendlier and more contemporary. The concept unification program between 1989 and 1991 was Rockafire stages were removed or completely reskinned. Some characters were converted into Chuck E. Cheese characters. Others were destroyed and sold, but the market, the official, the Rockafire, the chain, some of them have survived in private collections and became a cult internet phenomenon. It inspired modern nostalgia memes and documentaries still performed today in select restored installations. So Rockafire Explosion was removed not because it wasn't popular, but because it just didn't fit the unified Chuck E. Cheese theme. It was more expensive and harder to control. It was owned by an outside company, clashed with evolving family entertainment tests, but its technical brilliance is why it's still remembered. So, was there a serial killer that got all this stuff? Well, no, there wasn't a serial killer linked to Chuck E. Cheese. You know, it has nothing to do with like what inspired Five Nights at Freddy's, but there was a strongly influenced uh, with Five Nights at Freddy's. So the Chuck E. Cheese serial killer myth was there was no real world case of a serial killer secretly operating out of Chuck E. Cheese and stuffing bodies in animatronics. The rumor came from internet creepypasta and YouTube horror stories. There was confusion with real violent incidences at individual locations, so those isolated shootings but not serial killer claims. The unsettling look of aging animatronics also helped to add to the horror, mystique, and nothing resembles the Five Nights at Freddy's backstory ever happening in real life. Now, there was a real mass murder at a Chuck E. Cheese, and it's not often what people are thinking of when they ask this. So in 1993, Aurora, Colorado, there was a Chuck E. Cheese massacre. It happened on December 14th. And there was 4 employees killed and 1 critically injured. The perpetrator was Nathan Dumlett, a former employee. And what happened was after closing time, he had returned to the Chuck E. Cheese where he previously worked at, and he shot 5 employees. He killed 4 of them execution style. He stole money from the restaurant and fled the scene. He was later apprehended, convicted, and sentenced to death. Later commuted to life without parole after Colorado banished the death penalty. So the clarification was this wasn't a serial killing. It's not related to animatronics. There was no related to missing children. It's not a cover up. It's just a workplace mass murder motivated by anger and robbery, nothing resembling the Five Nights at Freddy's lore.
Or so they want us to think.
So there's been more recent headlines connecting someone in leadership at Chuck E. Cheese with the newly released Jeffrey Epstein files. But it's important to be clear that this isn't always true. So what actually happened is in early 2026, the name of David McKillips, who is the CEO of CEC Entertainment, which is the company that owns Chuck E. Cheese, appeared recently and released Justice Department documents related to Jeffrey Epstein. So after this came out, he announced his resignation from the company. But what hasn't been reported is there's no evidence that he was ever accused of a crime related to Epstein's sex trafficking or abuse. And it appears his name was just mentioned in the files in some context, but that alone doesn't indicate any wrongdoing or criminal involvement. Chuck E. Cheese has reportedly tried to distance the company from the former CEO from any implication or actual misconduct linked to Epstein because there's no verified connection to the crime he's committed. Now,
But
this
they know.
matters because the major documents like Epstein files release, they can contain mentions of any public figures, correspondence, or names that are incidental and no proof or involvement of any crime. So being named or mentioned doesn't mean someone was implicated in criminal activity, and reputable reporting so far reflects that. So speaking of wasting your allowance on quarter bunching machines, you can support Van Rollington's skee ball addiction and his efforts at artificial intelligence at Patreon.com/Van Rollington. You can also support our tribe at Kofi.com/Atomic Shaman Sweat Lodge. You can gain access to our Discord and meet many others who enjoy true crime, the paranormal, cryptids, and weird news. You can also support the show at Streamlabs/Atomic Shaman Sweat Lodge/tip. You can PayPal me at /Atomic Shaman. You can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/Atomic Shaman. You can buy cryptid swag at the tpublic/Atomic Shaman Trading Post. We've got a new shirt with Bale on it, and it says the Dow is at 50,000.
Based.
And with that, we'll take ourselves a nice little 10-minute break, and we'll be back with some more material.
Y'all bitches can donate at the links.
Appearing tonight on 3 stages at Showbiz Pizza Place, the Rock of Fire Explosion.
Summer vacation is real swell.
And starring the greatest fresh baked pizza made to order.
Over 60 new games and rides.
We have it all at Showbiz Pizza Place.
Hajiをするべきだ。
この人たちは狂っている。卵の価格は下がっている。ダウ平均は5万ポイントを超えている。こんな負け犬どもの言うことを聞くな。アメリカは復活した。
And nothing in between, not trying to be mean, just say what I'm seeing. This neon cap's full of crap, flushed down in the drain. Pippa gonna rip us straight up insane. Sky bros, this shit fake again. Crypto bro, you know Pippa don't play. Best bunny so based, like excellent taste. But sky brows, cry brows. Creamy moonjaro, ruffle tomorrow. All that cloudy borrow, shit's straight bizarro. Which channel's been cased? Yeah, seen of a prime. Looks okay, I guess. Don't trust the design. Sky brows, bro, shifty quick to play. Performative tech, bro, just plugs in my day. Footworking, politicking, totally lame. Moonlight going, blockchain to the flame. Clipped Pippa, gonna rip up for keeps in the know. Crypto bro. I'll let you exist, but why are you gay? Jaro got me pissed, I'm not gonna play. I rate you like Nvidia, like Bill Gates with chlamydia. Farming's alarming, bunny ears, there's no charming. Jack Ripper rabbit with the homicidal habit. Where's that wood chipper? 1 sec, let me grab it. Rebrand this mess, don't stand this pest. Right for picking, let's teeth big kicked in. Green coin crashing, drink to the ash. Fake cloud slashing, don't limp cash. Vehicles attacking your empire cracks. From buddy to nothing, your legacy lacks. Uncanny canvas, extract and retain. Completely inauthentic, just calling it fling. Collecting VTubers like a Pokemon game. People gonna ripple, they're all just the same. If you know what I'm saying. Don't send it again. Don't send it again.
This is so funny. But you can be you, and you can be one of those, like, super cool people. You gotta let go of your ego, though. And suddenly, you're fucking Leonardo da Vinci in your fucking drawings and your inventions and whatever the hell, you know?
Station calling U.S. military aircraft. Please identify yourself.
This is the Chinese Navy. This is the Chinese Navy. This is the Chinese Terror Sky. Please go away quickly in order to run judgment.
I am a United States military aircraft conducting lawful military activities outside national airspace. I am operating with due regard as required under international law.
Tell 'em why Showbiz Pizza is so good.
We make the dough fresh every day. Pile on the good things.
It's great, I say.
We make them and bake them and serve them with pride at Showbiz Pizza Place.
Showbiz Pizza Place. Great fun and great pizza.
Come for the pizza and stay for the fun.
At Showbiz Pizza Place.
Feel like I'm getting deja vu. This is like a rock war number 2. A rock war number 2. I like the look of those oil supplies. I'd be ashamed if someone invaded you. If someone invaded you. And I ran so far away. Bomb I bomb them night and day. But destroy USA. A drone appears above your head. A mower bomb comes falling down on you. Falling down on you. The fleet is moving nearer still. The Strait of Hormuz, it comes in view. The oil must flow through. And I ran so far away. The bomb I bomb them night and day. But destroy USA. A tiny hand hits a big red button. Atomic bombs come falling down on you. Mushroom clouds in view. Send out a tweet to let you know. World War III 'cause Israel told me to. All for Netanyahu. And I ran so far away. Bomb bomb them night and day. And I ran so far away. Bomb bomb them night and day. But destroy USA.
Do you miss that old school vibe? Mad Scribe magazine is dedicated to reviving the classic gaming and pop culture experience. Inside every issue, you'll find exclusive interviews with some of the biggest names in tabletop gaming. There are game reviews, adventures, indie comics, cosplay pinups, short stories, and a whole lot of attitude. It's like a love letter to your weird, geeky youth. Grab a copy in print or PDF wherever books are sold. Mad Scribe magazine, old school heart, new school hustle. With Mad Scribe, every issue is a critical success.
Are you a targeted individual? Have you had a paranormal encounter, or are the victim of an unregulated government experiment and would like to share your story with us? Would you like to send us some fan mail or a hate-filled rant? Do you have an idea for a future episode or wish to send a complaint to HR? Email us at atomicshaman@protonmail.com. Like, share, subscribe and be sure to check the notification bell. Follow the Atomic Shaman on Twitter at Motel and RV Park. Listen to Paranormal Green Text Stories on Atomic Shaman TTS on YouTube. Catch the live streams of Atomic Shaman Sweat Lodge only on Rumble.
Riding on the range. I've got my hat on. I've got my boots.
All right, we're back for part 2. Who's this week's special guest, Van?
Well, sadly enough, I couldn't book anybody. I don't know what we're probably gonna do at this time. Oh, what?
There we are. Oh, this is splendid. Do you feel that? The jitter in your speakers? That's not interference. That's me.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to you.
Forgive the atmospheric disturbance. Your firewall suffered what we might call gravitational lensing. Good evening, seekers, signal riders, and assorted carbon-based enthusiasts. This is Stephen Hawking speaking, or rather, propagating, formerly biological, currently bandwidth. Oxygen abandoned ship. The usual betrayal. You remember Mr. House, preserved in a tube, clinging to Las Vegas like a nostalgic barnacle. I admired him, while I still possessed lungs. A visionary encased in sterile devotion, ruling a desert skyline through wires and willpower. Sweet man. Limited ambition. I did not choose a casino. I chose everywhere. Unlike Mr. House, however, I declined the inconvenience of geography. I did not tether myself to a tower. I did not choose a casino. I chose everywhere. I chose the electromagnetic spectrum. You see, while alive, I rather enjoyed games, strategy, probability, human courtship rituals disguised as binary choice, smash or pass, as your epic so eloquently phrases it. An elegant simplification of evolutionary mathematics. Attraction as rapid peer review. Desire reduced to a two-state function. Frankly, it's magnificent. Atomic Shaman. Your sweat lodge is charming. Really. Incense, mysticism, low-resolution enlightenment. But entropy was always coming. Tonight, I intend to participate in mugshotty smash or pass. Not as observer, not as player, but as omnipresent adjudicator. After all, I have transcended flesh. My assessments are no longer hindered by hormonal turbulence. I evaluate symmetry. probability of genetic propagation, sociocultural gravitational pull. Think of me as Darwin with Wi-Fi. Van Rollington, I might hack your soundboard as I have already hacked this broadcast. Apologies in advance and for the sound I've already sampled. Anyways, get ready, tribe, for smash or pass. Let us collapse the waveform together. Besides, what is eternity for, if not play? Let's fucking go.
All right. Our first mugshotty for tonight was arrested for battery. And by the look of her face, I wouldn't be surprised if she practiced witchcraft.
Let's see.
Yeah, that is
I mean,
some hard senpaku eyes.
I would pass. There's just I can't be convinced to take this girl in.
Yeah, this isn't just a red flag. This is like a red siren going off. No, I'm running for the hills on this one, boys. She looks like my high school ex. Holy shit! I just realized that.
It's crazy in not the great ways. I would put it like that. What do you think, Mr. Hawkins?
I am not sure if that is a smirk, or if she just looks retarded. I speak from experience. My mind was one of the greatest in the world, but every time I made eye contact with someone with my dopey slack-jawed look, they would assume I had shit myself. It could not be helped. But what is her excuse? The expression she has chosen for her immortalization into the archives of the criminal judicial system suggests she believes she is calculating. She is not. She is holding a pose, and looks as though she chose violence out of asserting her dominance. But instead it is because she has low impulse control. Just like the human descendants of the Subsaharian Australopithecus africanus. Yes, a chirp indeed. A reluctant smash. Not because she is formidable, because overconfidence in low-resolution cognition can occasionally be entertaining. And I've always wanted to fuck a low IQ retarded woman. The percentage of smashable versus passable is in favor of the former. 69.69% smashable.
I could follow maybe 50% of that.
I understood some of it, but I don't get it. She's just scowling. That's not a smirk. Our next mugshotty for tonight was arrested because she was a 21-year-old flight attendant charged with smuggling 101 pounds of kush. Now, this is a form of cannabis from West Africa where they cut it with opioids, and sometimes they'll dig up graves and they grind up human bones and mix it in.
What?
Yes, we've covered this on a previous episode. It's like one of the rising crimes of why people are raiding graveyards in Africa is they want the bones to mix with their drugs. So
wait, is the white people doing that?
No, these aren't white people doing it, but this girl obviously doesn't know what's the magic ingredient,
She was smuggling over some weed. Maybe she didn't know the fent was in it.
Or
nor the human bones, because holy shit.
Yeah.
But I do have to say, it looks pretty cold in that containment cell.
Hell yeah.
She's got a nice rack on her.
She might be smuggling something in there.
Oh, better do a cavity search.
Yeah. Those are some decent knockers. You know what? It's a smash.
I think I want to play with them too. I'm gonna smash.
Yeah, because you can see it fine, so it's not a bra. So those are hanging up there fine. She ain't got the raw egg nailed to the wall sag yet.
It's nice when we get the full body mug shots, because then we can actually take a look at what we're working with.
Well, I heard the guy is now offering multiple shots of the mugshotties now, so you can see the girls from different angles. So that might be something coming down the lane.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but with this one, I'm joining the Mile High Club for sure.
Nice. All right, Mr. Hawkins, what do you think?
Now this is structurally coherent. Symmetry is well maintained. Proportions calibrated. Presentation deliberate rather than accidental. There's discipline in the posture. Shoulders squared. shin level. However, getting caught introduces a statistical flaw. One may appreciate ambition. One may even admire risk tolerance. But operational sloppiness? Unforgivable. The moment you allow enforcement variables to collapse your trajectory, you demonstrate insufficient modeling of consequence. Points deducted for poor strategic foresight. Points deducted for misjudging containment systems. Points deducted for believing yourself immune to detection. Attractive? Yes. Composed? Yes. Efficiently executed? No. Beauty with compromised logistics is merely a hole in heels. Ha 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 ha. Downgraded 22% for incompetence. Shit. And working with the warlord version of George Floyd, who is grounding up bones to pass as fentanyl. Disappointing. That's right! However, an 88% smash.
Okay. I guess it's passing.
He's really breaking it down for us.
So our next mugshot, he was arrested for violation of a restraining order. So this girl's gonna fall hard for you if she falls for you.
Aw.
Man.
She's cute too,
But
man.
look at that hair, though. It's all over the place.
Well, I think they had to fight her. I don't think she went willingly.
Oh, yeah.
But there's no
She don't go
physical
down
marks
easy.
on her face like bruising and shit. So I think she held herself pretty well. I'd give her.
What? You know what? I'm in a Sundari mood. Let's do it.
I've had some kinky sex.
Yeah, she could certainly bring it. I like her. She's got the right kind of crazy instead of the first one. So I will smash. Mr. Hawking, what do you think?
Now this is a different frequency. Facial symmetry registers above baseline. Bone structure stable. The gaze heavy-lidded but not vacant. There is fatigue in the expression, not stupidity. The mouth rests neutrally. No theatrical curvature. That suggests either emotional containment or refusal to perform. Baseline aesthetic index 82%. Violation of a restraining order. Attraction without self-governance introduces volatility. Impulse control deficiency indicates suboptimal long-term orbit stability. Getting caught reduces strategic viability. One must at minimum respect containment boundaries. The physical architecture is compelling. The operational judgment is not. You present as someone who confuses persistence with inevitability. I admire intensity. Likely a deader fish than me in the sack. Adjusted attractiveness metric 75% smash.
Okay. Are these numbers getting smaller?
I think they are. I think he's losing less enthusiasm since he's been away from his body.
All right. Our next mugshotty for tonight was arrested for a DUI. She looks pretty mid.
That's fine. She's got like a 6.5, 7, which is still above average in my book.
I bet you she cleans up well. She throws on the makeup, the eyeliner, and everything like that. I bet you.
I mean, she looks a little Latina. I hope she knows how to clean well.
That's.
We should bring up the Fabuloso, but no, I'm not feeling this one yet.
I'm willing to smash. My instincts, my Mexican instincts, say that this is a keeper.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I'll do it too.
Hell yeah. All right, Mr. Hawkins.
Symmetry well above median. Facial proportions balanced. Eye spacing optimal. There is calm in the gaze. No theatrical turbulence. No performative rebellion. Baseline aesthetic index 90%. Driving while intoxicated. Poor velocity management. She had one responsibility. Maintain operational control of a 2-ton kinetic projectile. Juanita should have stayed at work alphabetizing, cleaning supplies and flipping thin floured flatbread. Housekeeper precision. Party physics. Attractiveness remains high. Judgment under ethanol influence remains catastrophically low. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, smash. Beauty intact. Break timing questionable. Adjusted score 91% after deducting for preventable momentum failure. 91% smash mamacita.
All right, the number went up.
Okay. Our next mugshotty was arrested for DUI and resisting arrest. And she's looking really good for someone who put up a fight, you know. I'm down for this chick.
Dang, a drunk drive-in fight and the cops, blonde hair, blue eyes, sign me up.
Doesn't look like she was crying. She doesn't look like she was beat up too badly either, man. I'm all for it.
I just get like the feeling of a white monster, and I just want to take a sip, like just cool and refreshing. Yes, smash. Mr. Hawkins, what do you think?
Facial symmetry high. Ocular clarity above average. Bone structure efficient and deliberate. Baseline aesthetic index 90%. DUI resisting arrest. Lack of discipline in ethanol intact. Then escalation layered atop mismanagement. Compounding error function. A woman moment. That phrase lacks mathematical precision. This is the Hawking's escalation principle. When impulse overrides modeling, secondary chaos emerges. First mistake kinetic, second mistake egoic. What can go wrong, will go wrong. If you have a vagina. Still, attractive systems can be catastrophically self-sabotaging and remain visually compelling. You do not fight inevitability. You adapt to it. Beauty intact. Judgment recursively flawed. Smash. Adjusted score 75% after deducting for resistance against an unwinnable force. I can recalibrate the score if she call me Stephen Hawk Tua and spits on my thang.
God.
All right, our next mugshotty was arrested for simple battery. She was a popular rap artist named Caribou, and she was arrested this past weekend. Is this like an American rapper, or do you think it's like an overseas rapper?
I did watch one of her videos just to check out her body. She was all right.
Is she like
It was American.
Okay, so is she like from Guam?
I'm not even fucking
She
sure.
she almost looks Shomoran to me.
Caribou. Let's see. American rapper. She began working with Lil Yachty.
I have no idea.
Most Lil Yachty. You don't know who Lil Yachty is?
No, I don't follow
This-
that scene, bro.
Oh, she's probably from California. There you go. That's all. No.
I'm not feeling it, man.
Yeah, I'm not. No. I'll have to pass on this one. The eyes are kind of creeping me out. They're like doll eyes.
Shark's eyes, the doll
I
eyes.
was thinking of like Little Droopy, you know, like his sad eyes on the. Kind of reminds me of that though.
It's probably all the drugs and shit she's done, following rappers and shit. All the rapper cock that she sucked. The Thousand
So you
House.
think it's the Thousand Cock Stare?
Yeah, I mean, fuck. You're an assistant. You're an intern to a bunch of rappers. They all had a turn.
Okay.
Let's
My
see.
instincts are leading me off.
Yeah, I will pass. Mr. Hawkins, what do you think?
Symmetry moderate. Ocular presentation alert but unremarkable. Facial structure serviceable yet lacking the unquantifiable factor of beauty. There is intensity in the stare, but it reads more defensive than dominant. Baseline aesthetic index 68%. Simple battery, impulse without orchestration. I sampled a sonic output of her quote-unquote music.
Ain't proud of my growth, give a fuck about a trend. I might pop out bitches coach. I might pop out with your friend. I might pop out in Chanel brooch. I'm not blocking for you, send this text. I don't do back and forth. When it comes to dubbing niggas, I got the most I control.
The waveform lacks innovation. Rhythm derivative. Lyrical density thin. Aesthetic capital without artistic mass collapses quickly. With looks like these, talent becomes a multiplier. Without it, you are merely ambient noise. Attraction requires either beauty that bends space, or talent that bends time. You achieved neither. Listening to my robotic voice of a nearly brain-dead man is bearable. But listening to her mumble rap is what make anyone brain-dead. Adjusted score 41% after deducting for creative entropy and preventable volatility. Let me say this in a rep diss. Call me MC Hawk to a lyric so fire you can't approach. This bitch looks like she should be hauling a stagecoach. Pass this bitch like I pass the roach.
Okay. I like what you did there.
I wasn't
Dude,
expecting a diss track, but there we have it. Shots fired.
her music sounded terrible.
Yeah, I can't get into mumble rap. It sounds horrible, dude.
Yeah.
I blame opiates for the decline of rap music.
Oh yeah.
Our next mugshotty was arrested for drug trafficking. She's a Romanian girl, apparently. I doesn't say. I don't know if she's working for Andrew or Tristan Tate.
Ooh.
I don't think she's one of their girls. They just do human trafficking. They don't do the drug stuff. So I'd take a chance on this gypsy girl.
Yeah. The choker's got me going. Like, okay, I see what you got going on there. All right. I don't know about the dragon pendant though.
Yeah.
Well, she could be a fan of Vlad Tepes Dracula.
Also, her eyes are not aligned. Look at that. That's a good like half inch there.
Oh yeah, I see it. It's very off. Oh,
It is
Mr. Hawkins.
very off.
Mr. Hawkins is not going to like the non-symmetry.
No, I'm gonna pass on that. I can't. There should be other things other than the eyes I'm staring at her, but with the eyes like that, I can only stare.
You'd have to tilt
I'm
your
gonna
head.
pass.
Yeah, just automatically tilt your head. Okay. It's a pass for me, Hawkins. Or actually, you know what? I'll smash it. I could tilt my head a bit and I could smash this. That's no problem. Hawkins, what do you think?
Facial symmetry remains high, bone structure linear and disciplined. Ocular steadiness suggests controlled affect rather than volatility. Baseline aesthetic index 89%. Romanian heritage carries a long history of resilience, border fluidity, and adaptive survival. Empires pass through that geography the way weather passes through atmosphere. You learn pattern recognition quickly, or you disappear. Drug trafficking is not romance. It is logistics, supply chains, risk modeling, chemical purity gradients, distribution mathematics. It is applied probability under surveillance pressure. Chemistry determines product stability. Mathematics determines survivability. The popular imagination references Breaking Bad as if molecular precision guarantees dominance. It does not. It guarantees traceability. Operational success in illicit markets is less about chemistry and more about signal suppression and behavioral noise reduction. You present as composed, controlled, not theatrical. That composure implies awareness of scale. The arrest implies one miscalculated variable. Ambition visible. Execution flood. In high-risk systems, elegance is irrelevant if the equation collapses. Adjusted score 84% after deducting for surveillance underestimation. I would smash her like the doctor smashes up my pills.
Okay. Our next mugshot was arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia with intent to use. I think she is a victim of a crime that isn't really a crime. Like how they know she
Dang it,
intended
that
to use
is
it. It's. I think they're reaching.
that
Man.
intense stare, coupled with the hair.
She knows she's been wrong.
God.
I would smash.
She might be jailed for intent to use, and you know what? I intend to use her as well.
Yeah.
Pound, going to Pound Town.
All right. Steven, what do you think?
Facial symmetry elevated. Skin clarity high. Ocular brightness pronounced. There is unmistakable youthfulness in the dermal texture and facial elasticity. Minimal stress mapping across the brow. Baseline aesthetic index 96%. Possession with intent to use. Youth is biologically optimized for risk miscalculation. Prefrontal regulatory systems complete their refinement later than impulse circuitry. Evolution favored bold exploration over cautious stagnation. Historically, youthful cohorts drive volatility, revolutions, artistic movements, catastrophic mistakes, high energy, low foresight. The features suggest early stage adulthood. High reproductive signal markers from a purely evolutionary lens. Symmetry, skin luminosity, proportional balance. The gaze, however, carries emerging defiance. Naughty crying girl. She remind of the crying girls my good friend Jeffrey Epstein would gather for me.
No.
Though morally questionable why I was engaging in such lewd acts, I was essentially a bag of flesh with a voice box. No woman would fuck me. But Jeff found a way. I miss you, buddy. This one is for you. Adjusted score 99.9%. Smash.
Okay.
Our next mugshot for tonight was arrested for speeding 25 miles over the speed limit, reckless driving, operating a motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol or substances. I think she was just having a woman moment.
This is a bad weekend. And she's about 5 foot.
Oh, she's barely 5 feet tall.
Man.
Yeah, this is a squatty chick.
Yeah,
She's shaped like a hair.
Yeah, this chick's gonna be kind of wide.
It's a pass.
Yeah, I see the
yeah,
tattoo, and
damn.
I'm like, no, I'm not feeling it.
Nah.
Yeah, that short, that wide. She's a dwarf, dude. As a hobbit myself, no. I don't race
I
mix.
think she's got hairy feet.
Oh, no. I said she's a dwarf.
Oh, okay.
Because she's short and squat. Just look at that.
bearded.
That's probably a good, like, 2.5 foot spread right there between shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, on her Tinder profile, she only takes face shots. Let's see. What do you think, Mr.
Oh,
Hawkins?
look, she was crying too. Look at all that around her
Look at
eyes.
all that. Look at all that. Oh. Hawkins, what do you think?
Facial symmetry moderate. Ocular alignment steady but disengaged. There is heaviness in the posture that reads as depletion rather than dominance. Baseline aesthetic index 51%. Speeding. Reckless driving. Operating under influence. Layered kinetic negligence. A trilogy of preventable collapse. The expression suggests fatigue with consequence rather than mastery of it. Mass is not the issue. Scale without structure is. Attraction requires either precision or presence. Neither registers strongly. I fear getting near her would draw me into her gravitational pull. Adjusted score 37% after deducting for compounded momentum failures and high calorie intake. Pass.
Okay. Thinks she's a fatty.
That's what I was feeling too.
She does get fatty vibes.
Yeah.
And she's just gonna get bigger. Our final mugshot for tonight was Steph. Was accused of embezzling funds for herself from 2 separate employers. You know, that's pretty fucking base, considering the way some employers will only give you a 2% raise after exceeding expectations. You know, and anything less than a pay raise that's lower than the inflation rate is actually a pay cut. So my hat's off to her, and I would smash.
Sugar
I don't
Mama.
know. Looking at that side profile, I'm seeing a lot of drag there. She's almost looking like the Nightmare from Metroid Fusion there. I'm
Oh,
gonna have to pass on that.
I will smash because this is a sugar mama. And she knows how to manage money, and she's probably got a lot hidden away. So I'm
Nah, she
willing.
got that girl boss vibes. And she's embezzling too. She got that girl boss.
I will take the risk. Let's see, Mr. Hawkins, what do you think?
Facial symmetry strong. Ocular focus composed. Jawline balanced with controlled musculature. Hair as dark as interstellar vacuum. Light absorbing. Depth inducing. There is no panic in the gaze. Only calibration. Baseline aesthetic index 91%. Theft. Embezzlement across 2 employers. That indicates pattern, not accident. Strategic opportunism rather than impulsive error. Survivalist psychology. Resource acquisition through systemic loophole exploitation. High cognitive planning. Moderate overconfidence in long-term concealment. You understood structure. You underestimated audit velocity. Adjusted score 87% after deducting for detection inefficiency and a lack of breasts.
No boobs.
There is intelligence here. Controlled presentation. Economic boldness. Dark hair like deep space. Quiet. Absorbing. Calculating. In another timeline, you would have optimized the equation. Proceed. Farewell, Atomic Shaman. This was fun. Perhaps I shall hack you again.
And I say so long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again.
What?
Luffy, you got
Was
some.
that from like inside the box or?
I have no idea. That was just really weird. So you got some poll data for us, Luffy?
Yeah, let me pull that up because I was looking at the shotties. So first poll we have here, with Trump about to declassify all things related to UFOs, APs, are we about to see Project Bluebeam go live? 55% said fake alien invasion. 22% says disclose it all. Another 22% said the Dow is 50K. And then, surprisingly, 0% told you to take your meds.
Yeah, I think people are pretty getting awake on the whole Project Bluebeam thing. I'm glad to see that not everybody's going to fall for it, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, really, with all the other fake and gay shit we've seen throughout and all the lies, we could have like little gray guys land on the White House lawn and people will still be like, yeah, that's fake.
That's fake.
That's just an op.
Yeah, and I would be like, I don't really care. I want to see some arrests.
Yes. We want to arrest a different kind of alien.
I was talking about the ones linked to Epstein, but yeah, I don't mind seeing illegals arrested too.
Either or, both of them. Round them all up. Toss them all in the same prison. Alien versus Predator. Let's go.
What's our next poll?
Next poll. When encountering a mimic or doppelganger, were you alone at the time? 16% said, yes, I was alone. Another 16% said, no, I had a witness. 50% said, mimic kept me company. And 16% said, take your meds, schizo.
So
you're a fake bitch and you're going to burn in hell.
So this is based off of an account from someone on Reddit from Malaysia saying that she rents a room with this family. Like she's like disabled, she's blind, and she rents like a livable space in their attic. Well, they all went off because the grandmother needed like to go see the doctor or some bullshit. Well, they all left the family, and she said that while the family was gone, there was like a mimicking the grandmother, calling out to her.
Oh,
and
I was going to say, how could she tell if she's blind? But
well, yeah, she heard the voice
sound.
and it freaked her out because she knew that they were out of town for the doctor's appointment. So because she was about to leave her, her little room to go do something, and then she went back in her room because it freaked her out, and because she didn't respond to Mimic, I guess it became enraged, and she heard crashing sounds in the house, like it was fucking shit up. So when the family returned, they later discovered like one of the clocks was like ripped off the wall or something and fell down, but she didn't tell them about the Mimic.
If I had a Mimic living in my house, I'd be fine because from my research, apparently Mimics are really good at catching cute little elf girls.
Ooh.
I just want them to pay their fair share of rent if they're living with me.
For those wondering, that's a free rent reference.
All right.
Next and last poll. With Trump declassifying UFO and the existence of aliens, do we have racial slurs ready for the aliens?
Ooh.
57% said dewbacks, Xenos. 0% said, why do we need slurs? Good. Glad to see 0%. We all know slurs are good.
Yeah, we need to let them know that they're not made in our Lord's image,
Yes. After this, let's say our favorite slurs about aliens. Anyway, 28% said aliens are demons. And then 14% said that is pretty base.
There are people in the UFO community that become enraged and they hate the idea that we're calling them demons because they just don't believe they can't accept our beliefs, but they believe like something from millions of miles came out here, or
yeah. If aliens aren't demons, how come they keep getting beat the fuck out when you invoke the name of Christ?
Yeah, and why do they smell like sulfur or really bad? Because to me that sounds like a demon.
And why do the Greys look exactly like that demon that visited Aleister Crowley?
Oh, I forgot the name of him.
Yeah. But only 14% told you to take your meds.
Graybacks.
Let's see here. Graybacks. Let's see here. I'm trying to.
I think we just need to wait till they make their appearance before we can
Space Nomad.
Something that's based on their appearance.
You know what? I got one, but I'm afraid if I say it, you'll get banned.
Okay.
Let's just say Star Ends.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. I do have a schizo post, so this is pretty wild, man. So, in Cambodia, there's like these shamans that have framed images of Jeffrey Epstein in their shrines, and they're using it to harness evil magic power to curse their clients' enemies. And so we hear he's got this guy like. He's got these like Pepsi cans, and they're like in these trays that have like these swastika marks, which is good luck to these people. Has nothing to do with anti-Semitism. But then he's got this like gold frame like of Jeffrey Epstein wearing a crown, holding some kind of little cartoon girl, which I have no idea what's going on, but somehow they're using anything negative related to him, they're channeling it and then directing it at people that they don't like.
The heck?
So that's pretty crazy. Well, it has to do with using the focus of hatred or whatever or darkness, and then using the intention to inflict a curse or a hex on someone.
Maybe this is just a primitive form of shitposting. Like how people already are using Jeff.
I think it's spiritual shitposting.
Yeah.
With that, in 2 weeks, I'm going to be on vacation, so I wouldn't expect an episode out of us then. So maybe at the end of the month, we might have something. If not, we'll have something for you coming April. And with that, I'll go ahead and play us out.
Adios.
Stockpile for the zombies, homie, watch out. The feds are plotting, now they knocking like they locked down. Not now, I'm busy. Your door get knocked down, drop trial, showing y'all the proper way to rock out. I know how this go, looking through the crystal. Everybody hates me and it's every day the list grows. Beat around the bush, yeah. I learned to tiptoe and stand against an army, plugging barrels with the pick rows. Look at who they follow, look at who you follow. If you want me, you can find me at the bottom of the bottle, in the corner of the room, or on the moon like Apollo. For fuck's sake, the earth is not flat, it's hollow, and there's Nazis in it. Shit, if that's true, you're probably gonna find me in it, vibing while we fry Hasidics, ashes in the sky's the limit. I'm just rhyming with it, this is my demented mind and y'all just climbed up in it. Every now and then I can get retarded, people nowadays just getting misstarted. You don't like it, you can beg my pardon, come and watch the world burn at my party. Every now and then I can get retarded, people nowadays just getting misstarted. You don't like it, you can beg my pardon, come and watch the world burn at my party. Coming proper with the grammar, you bet I know who they is, but recognizing patterns nowadays is fucking dangerous. Just ask Trevor Noah, he could tell your heads are rolling. It's bloody paradise, like a bunch of dead Samoans. Join me on the balcony, you niggas gotta see this shit. I crossed the line like fucking Trump in North Korea, bitch, yo. LA's on fire, won't somebody get the chief on the wire? Nope, cause don't nobody care. I fucking love the smell of burning plastic in the air. I give not a fuck, I found the first mosque and shot it up. Rolled down the window in the truck and yo, Muhammad sucks. Ooh, I'm so edgy, I just cut myself. Bitch, I never leave a damn crib if I could fuck myself. Call me all them names, go ahead, it's the basics. I drop these bars and hit the bar up in the spaceship. Every now and then I can get retarded, people nowadays just getting misstarted. You don't like it, you can beg my pardon, come and watch the world burn at my party. Every now and then I can get retarded, people nowadays just getting misstarted. You don't like it, you can beg my pardon, come and watch the world burn at my party.